Curt Flood was born in Houston in 1938, but his family soon moved to Oakland, California, fleeing intense racial discrimination. In 1956, the reserve clause is still in effect. The reserve clause states that once you fulfilled your contract, the team that signed you had the option of re-signing you, no matter what you wanted to do. Basically, the only way to get out of it was to retire, so effectively a one-year contract with a lifetime commitment. In the year 1956, Curt Flood was signed to the Cincinnati Redlegs. He played with the Redlegs for a year before he was traded to the Cardinals in 1957. Upon being traded, he swore to his friends and family, "I won't allow myself to suffer the indignity of being traded again." At 24 years old, he went to Mississippi to join his idols Jackie Robinson and Martin Luther King Jr. in their fight against racial prejudice. Also in 1962, he helped win the World Series for the Cardinals by scoring in 3 of the 4 Cardinals victories. Later that year, he rented a house for his 4 children and pregnant wife, but was denied access because the owner hadn't known he was black. The owner barred their way while holding a shotgun, saying if they tried to go in, he would shoot them. Flood sued the guy and eventually won, but it made his family face reality about what it was like to be a black person in 1968, even one that had won the World Series. At the end of the 1969 season, after Flood was showing signs of decline caused by his excessive drinking, Cardinals manager Bob Gibson decided to trade Flood to the Philadelphia Phillies. Flood felt that his rights were being violated because he had no say in being traded and he had no say in where he was going. He wrote a letter to baseball commissioner Bowie Kuhn, which read, December 24th, 1969. After 12 years in the major leagues, I do not feel I am a piece of property to be bought and sold irrespective of my wishes. I believe that any system which produces this result violates my basic right as a citizen and is inconsistent with the laws of the United States and of the several states. It is my desire to play baseball in 1970, and I am capable of playing. I have received a contract offer from the Philadelphia club, but I believe I have the right to consider other offers from other clubs before making my decision. I, therefore, request that you make known to all major league clubs my feeling in this matter and advise them of my availability in the 1970 season. After much deliberation, he decided to hold up his promise to his friends and family many years earlier that he would never withstand the humiliation of being traded again, so he retired. Sort of. He decided to sue Major League Baseball for $1 million. On the day of the case, only former players Jackie Robinson and Hank Greenberg showed up to support him. No active players showed up for fear there might be retaliation by the owner on them. The case went all the way to the Supreme Court. Flood argued the reserve clause was a form of slavery and violated the 13th Amendment, which ended all forms of slavery, to which the Major League Council argued that Commissioner Cohen had acted for the good of the game. On June 19, 1972, the Supreme Court, invoking the principle of stare decisis, which states that they stand by things that have been decided before, ruled in favor of baseball, 5-3. The impossible dream turned out to be heartbreakingly close. Flood only lost due to a last-minute voting change by Chief Justice Warren Burgess and a withdrawal by Judge Lewis Powell due to conflict of interest. He owned stock in Anheuser-Busch, who was the owner of the Cardinals. Basically, the court ruled that he had the right to be a free agent, but only an act of Congress or collective bargaining by the player union would baseball reserve clause be removed. That's exactly what happened. Due to the pressure on baseball's owners brought on by Flood's case, the players union got the owners to allow free agency, and finally in 1976, pitchers Andy Messersmith and Dave McNally were allowed to play a season without contracts. Arbitrator Pete Schertz ruled them free agents. Almost instantly, the reserve clause collapsed. Although many people predicted doom and gloom for baseball's economy, it turned out that fans liked the new excitement of free agency, and salaries for the players skyrocketed. Although Curt Flood lost his case, he set the ball rolling for free agency, and although many people don't know him today, he is the reason great players like Derek Jeter and David Ortiz are paid tens of millions of dollars, and not so great teams like the Astros can still get paid $500,000.